Imagine waking up to the relentless ring of a factory bell before the sun even dares to peek over the horizon. This is not the beginning of a fleeting nightmare, but rather a harsh reality for the Victorian England factory worker, whose day-to-day existence was a testament to human resilience in the face of grueling conditions. The Industrial Revolution, a beacon of progress for many, cast long shadows over the lives of these workers, painting a vivid picture of contrast between the bright promises of technology and the dark, punishing reality of industrial labour. The Victorian era, named after Queen Victoria, who reigned from 1837 to 1901, was a period of significant industrial, cultural, and social change. However, behind the veneer of progress and refinement, the factory workers toiled in environments that could only be described as draconian. A typical day for a factory worker began at an ungodly hour, usually around 5 or 6 a.m., depending on the season, and often their work would not conclude until 10 p.m. This grueling schedule was the norm, not the exception, and it was endured 6 days a week, with Sunday offering the only respite, a day reserved for church and a modest amount of rest. The conditions inside the factories were no less punishing. The air was thick with dust and pollutants, a constant reminder of the unrelenting machines that never seemed to tire. Safety measures were minimal, if they existed at all, leading to frequent accidents and injuries among workers. Limbs were caught in machinery, and long-term health issues developed from the poor air quality and demanding physical labour. Children, an all too common sight in these factories, fared no better and in many cases worse. Their small hands made them ideal for fixing machinery and handling small parts, tasks that often placed them in great danger. Amid the clattering din of machinery, workers had little opportunity for conversation, their interaction limited to the briefest of exchanges during scant meal breaks. Their diet was as sparse as their wages, typically consisting of bread, cheese, and, if fortunate, some form of meat, though often of poor quality. The concept of worker rights was in its infancy, and the notion of complaining or demanding better conditions could easily result in job loss, or worse, blacklisting from factory employment altogether. Yet, in this crucible of industrial labour, a spirit of resilience and camaraderie emerged. Workers shared their meagre possessions, supported one another through injuries and hardships, and found ways to express their humanity in an environment designed to quash it. The challenges they faced laid the groundwork for the labour rights movements that would slowly take shape in the years to follow, marking the early murmurs of a fight for dignity, fair treatment, and a reasonable work-life balance. As we reflect on the life of a Victorian England factory worker, it's important to recognise not just the enormity of their struggle, but the strength they exhibited in the face of overwhelming adversity. Their experiences stir a mixture of emotions, from outrage at the conditions they endured to admiration for their perseverance and solidarity. This chapter of history serves as a poignant reminder of the cost of progress and the enduring human spirit that refuses to be extinguished, even in the darkest of times. The legacy of these workers is not just one of suffering, but also of inspiring change, fueling movements that would eventually lead to significant reforms in labour laws, workplace safety, and the establishment of workers' rights. Their story is one of sacrifice, but also of hope, a testament to the idea that even in the midst of hardship, there can emerge a brighter, more equitable future. As we continue to navigate the complexities of labour and progress in our own time, the lives of Victorian England factory workers stand as a powerful reminder of where we've been and how far we still have to go.